Hey guys. It's me, Meepstuff, the best YouTuber in the world. Today I am making a review video on Hovergoat and Torchwood. These two are two of my favorite characters in the entire game, and are pretty strong at what they do. Before I get into my review of them, I will give a brief overview of them both. Speaking of which, let's get into that, shall we? Hovergoat and Torchwood are both characters that can be unlocked after completing the Trials of Nomus DLC. Hovergoat is a 125 horsepower support zombie, and Torchwood is a 275 horsepower tank plant. Now that you know the basics, we can get into the review. I do not exaggerate when I say this, but Hovergoat 3000 is the single most underrated character in the game. His DPS is great, and his damage is actually pretty comparable to the foot soldier. He's also supremely accurate, with almost no gun sway whatsoever. He moves faster than most, allowing him to link up with his allies. Speaking of speed, his tubular turbo ability is genuinely fantastic. Not only does it make the already speedy Hovergoat even faster, but it also makes all other zombies nearby you move crazy fast as well. So when you see a powerful close-ranged character like a Super Brainz or ODZ, you can use your speed boost to help them get in close, and while you're at it, you can apply your buff beam, which gives zombies a 30% damage boost, which is insane. If you're buffing a toxic Brainz, his punch combo without overload goes from this to this. These two abilities are both fantastic, but his third one, it's alright. It's like the sunbeam, but you can move around. It's useful when you're in a pinch or need to defend a point, but you won't need this ability most of the time due to it slowing you down quite a bit. This can be a problem because Hovergoat carries only 125 health. Since you are insanely accurate, staying mobile should be something you try to do. Fast, strong, accurate, and a great support character. All in all, this guy can be a force to be reckoned with. If you have a good team by your side, you'll be one of your team's greatest assets. However, he suffers from a big problem. Whether or not you'll be a great supporter for your team depends on whether or not they're good players. If they're decent, you can push your team to greatness, but if your team is dog shit, there isn't much you will be able to do to save them. All in all, an amazing, slept-on character. He can't be trusted to carry a team of sucky players, but a great pick if you're on a team with solid players. A dear character overall, but a godly supporter. To be entirely honest, Torchwood is pretty overrated in my opinion. He's tanky and has solid abilities, sure. He's just such a big target with no mobility options and overheat, so it makes him way too easy to gang up on. And even if you're not getting gangbanged, you can still lose to a decent player in one-on-one combat. However, despite being overrated, Torchwood is still a very strong character with his team. People tend to overestimate his abilities to take on battles on his own, which you really shouldn't be doing. Your role as Torchwood is to be the team's heavy helper, making him a great pick for helping your team take points of interests. If you stick with some teammates, Torchwood will be absolute force. Go it alone and you will find that Torchwood is great in lone wolf situations. He's got good DPS, but his gun takes time to get started and has quite often a bit of fall off, meaning it's best to get in close with some allies to maximize his potential. Not only does it maximize his primary weapon's damage output, but it also maximizes the usefulness of his abilities. His Blazing Blast is genuinely ridiculous to face, and if some idiot scientist decides to pick on you, you can use it to quickly get rid of them. Smoldering Madness, a great ability for capturing points, because you can spray the zombies with it and force them away, allowing your teammates to get into points of interest. It's very useful if you ever find yourself in a lone wolf situation as well, and can help you get out of there. Lead Shield is alright. If you need to capture a point and are trying to last on it, it can do the trick, but it isn't really great for escaping because of how much it slows you down, considering the fact that you're already slow. All in all, he's a great tank for your team, but is not good on his own because of his easily jumpable nature. I think he's an A-tier character, along with Hovergoat. So which character do I believe in better? These two are both very different characters, so it's hard to compare them. For what they do, though, I'd say Hovergoat is a more reliable choice than Torchwood, but Torchwood is stronger when it comes to combat with your team. Anyway, that's it for this video. Next time I'll have a video on 3 characters who I believe are underrated. Follow my Xbox account. I'm a really cool guy. That's all I have for you for now. Goodbye.